What is up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. No Grace, of course. And today is Freedom Day. Play Freebird. You know, I got my bald eagles here. Got my red, white, and blues. We're going to do something a little bit interesting today. So, we got the Volvo here. I don't know if you guys have been introduced to the Volvo or not. It may have been in the back shot some. I don't think I've actually made a full introduction on this. This is my 1986 Volvo 240. Nicknamed Nokia. It has the old channel name on it, and it's covering a bunch of artwork. But there is some quite good work that my friends did, but of course, it sat underneath the tree. It met its demise. She's pretty rough now. I can't say it's the cheapest car I ever bought, because I have bought some junk before, but she's pretty rough. But if you know Volvo as well, especially 240s, you know she's reliable. We got the B230F in here, so you got yourself a 4-cylinder, and she is rock solid. Of course, you have red wires for grounds. Interesting to say the least. It's running on a 1991 Miata battery right now. It's quite old. I have no idea how this whole system's working, but, you know, just basic maintenance, NGK wires, oil changes. She is an automatic, so making sure the fluid's well. Overall, though, not a bad car. Enough of that, it's all gross. But, like I said, covered in some very good artwork. My friend actually did this dope looking little rabbit here. Got some sunglasses. He was really cool. I had the whole thing drawn out. Like, he had the whole thing drawn out. Same as this, I guess you would call this, space cowboy, wizard, with a flamethrower. So he's got that whole vibe going on. He's a cool guy. When he was colored in, he looked awesome. I'm going to try and give him a redo that, actually. Splatter paint to remember the Miata, of course. Old YouTube. Buddy put 5-0 on there, you know. Pink Floyd. My girlfriend did this artwork. Looks amazing. Nah, she's the artist out of the bunch of us. I mean, what do you expect? But, overall, it's a good car. She's ugly. Rattly. And right now, the grill just tried popping out, so. See if we lose it on the run today. Probably will. But if you'll notice the stick on the trunk, I'm sure it stuck out a bit. This is a bit of an extension setup that I actually set up a little bit from Amazon, because I didn't feel like, you know, buying a whole setup amount, like a gimbal or an Insta360. Because it takes a lot of commitment, you know? Some of you guys jump out there and you're like, I'm going to blow $1,100 on my film equipment. I'm not that guy, pal. Got a lot of other projects and such I got to focus on. But this whole setup here, you have the carbon fiber / aluminum rod here. This is just a mount that came with the GoPro setup. A magnet mount. That's the double gecko from Delkin. It's a fat gecko. It's amazing. They make a tripod. But I wanted to have a bit of an off extension. I didn't want to have the tri directly on there and then the mounts. I wanted to have like a lengthy extension, so it's pretty solid. It does sway a little bit, of course, but it's not too bad. It's been pretty rigid. You'll see it on both of the cars, of course. I have filmed this a bit backwards, you'll notice. I'll be in two different outfits. We're going to start off on the Volvo. It's going to switch over to the RX-7. I meant to film both in the same day, but we've been running into some interesting weather here lately in beautiful Pennsylvania. So let's get into it. Get you down the road. This should be quite interesting. I'm sure you'll notice I wiped off like half the roof. I just gave her a quick wipe down. It was covered in sap. But we'll see how this goes. The Volvo hasn't really been driven in a while. Let it warm up. You know, got it ready for it. Did some little tests. Checked on everything. But no matter what, this car always seems to surprise me. Well, what else can you do but get to it? new door seals are going to be a little bit more firm with it, you know. That seems like it went pretty well. You moved a tad bit. We'll get that sorted out. Make sure everything's tight next time. Overall, though, first test, I'm impressed. Good setup. We got the fat gecko down here and a whole bunch of Amazon stuff. This is all really cheap. I have the whole setup. Maybe I have $110 in the whole setup, not including yourself, of course. I am using the rx7. It is cheaper on the scale. It still films in 4K. This is filmed in 2.7K. Takes a little bit less space, but as always, the stunts in this video were performed by professionals. I cannot recommend that you or anyone reproduce this material in any way, but I also cannot stop you from doing it at your own risk. But 7 out. Seemed like she had a good time, did well. We are still on an open diff, of course. Gotta take care of that eventually. I don't know if I'll do the old Miller or Lincoln locker, shall one say. Or if I'll actually buy an LSD for it, because LSDs only came in the GSLEs, of course. Hard to find, nonetheless. But if you just stock small axle SA, did pretty well. Carbureted 12A still in there. Do have fuel injection. Stick around if you want to see that get mounted up. But overall, good run. Get some spicy stuff for next time.